No, I don't get the feeling you're going to see quite as much scoring in the second half. I think you'll see defense tighten up. I don't think you're going to see as many wide open shots. So it's probably going to come down to who's going to be able to execute best in the half court, would be my guess.
Well, and that's the thing though. But look, the Mustangs like to get out and run. I don't know how much of that game they're gonna play. I don't think that half court game suits their offense. It can if they need to play it, but I think they still want to put the pressure on. I think they want to put that pedal to the metal and keep taking it to the Seawolves and not allow the Seawolves to get back and be confident. They want to push it, make them, force them into doing something. Mr. Michael Hoffer's going to head down now and speak to the head coach of the Central Maine Community College Mustangs, Mr. Dave Gagne. Let's go down to Michael right now.
All right, we're here with Coach Dave Gagne from CMCC. Coach, it looked like you guys are going to run away and hide a couple times, but they kept coming back.
No, it's an SMCM game. It's always going to be a close game. No matter who's wearing the uniforms, every year it's a close game. We had no misconceptions. We know they're not going to quit. They're always going to come back.
Well, I was impressed with the way your kids came out in this environment on the road against a very good team, and you guys really came out and took it to them early.
When our kids play together and share the ball, we're a pretty good basketball team. Every once in a while, we get away from that. We get to the one and done, and we got ourselves a little hole. But we came out pretty good. We rotated a lot of guys in, got some guys some rest. So I think we'll be okay second half.
Yeah. Second half, what do you guys need to do to hold on to this lead or maybe extend it?
I don't want to get into a three-point shooting contest. We're going to try to, we think we can take them off the dribble with good spacing. And we think Sampson, they have the big guy guarding Sampson. We think that's a mismatch for us. So we've got to find a way for Sam to go to the basket. So we're going to try that second half. We're going to clear out our side a little bit. Give Sampson some room to go to the basket.
Well, so far so good, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
As you heard, Coach Dave Gagne with Michael Hoffer, that they're going to try to work on Jake leverage a little bit. They think they can create the mismatch, get Samson Oliami down there and work on Jake leverage of the Seawolves. Interesting strategy point right there, Mr. Hoffer. That sounds like they're going to try to work Oliami down and work on Jake leverage a little bit.
Yeah, I think he feels like there's an advantage in that spot, and he kind of reinforced what I was saying before the interview, that we're not going to see as much of a track meet. He doesn't want to get in a three-point shooting contest. And if you're SMCC, you're doing a lot of good things in the first half.
No doubt about that. I'm Jeff Schools, he's Michael Hoffer, Maine Sports Network. You've heard us before, I'm sure. We do a little bit of everything around here. We're proud to bring high school basketball to the Southern Maine and Central Maine radio airwaves on MBR Radio's presentation of high school athletics. Michael and I have done a few games before, so we're kind of old hats at this sort of thing. I wouldn't say old hats, but we're hats.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Well-worn hats, maybe?
Absolutely. This is year 2 now of a full-court press on basketball.
Yeah, we're going to do, MBR Radio is going to bring you about 60 high school basketball games between now and the tournament in March. We are located on the radio, AM 870, 1470, WLAM in the greater Portland and greater Lewiston, Auburn area of Maine. On the internet, you can find us streaming on mainsportsnetwork.com, mainsportsnetwork.com. And our new favorite toy is we like the downloadable app on your smartphones, the TuneIn Radio app. You search Maine Sports Network on that little baby, and you hear every single game that we do on the radio and on the internet. So that's how you find us. And they've dragged us in. Want to thank the folks here at Southern Maine Community College, the Seawolves, and our pals up at Central Maine Community College, Mustangs, Matt Richards and Dave Gagne for letting us come down and do these 2 games here. It's been a spectacular night. I could get really used to having replays.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get spoiled.
Oh
Our next high school game, we're going to be like, all right.
Where's my monitor?
No one's talking in my ear. Yeah. There's no monitor. No one's bringing us stats. No one's bringing us water. Yeah, I could get used to this,
yeah,
too.
this is a pretty good crew we got. The hats off to everybody involved in this test broadcast, because this is a lot of fun. Everyone has been spectacular, and letting us have a little fun while we call a couple pretty solid small college basketball games here from the state of Maine.
Well, this is exciting stuff. If people aren't used to seeing basketball at this level, I strongly encourage you to come out and see it. You're going to see a lot of familiar names from high school in years past locally, but really this has been a fantastic game, back and forth. Two very talented teams hitting shots, going in transition, doing a little bit of everything. Just a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, CMCC, they were up 30-14 at one point. They were up 43-29 at one point. And I keep stressing, the Seawolves keep coming back, they keep coming back, and now we'll see who has more over the last 20 minutes. As Coach Gagne said, it's a typical SMCM game.
Well, this is the true mark of the coaching staffs. Who's going to make that halftime adjustment? Who's going to make that play? Who's going to get that player in the right position to make the play and not make big mistakes? So this is going to be a very interesting second half. I don't have any doubts about it.
We're a couple minutes away from the start. And really, fouls haven't been too much of an issue, Jeff, which is always good to see.
Nick Hinkley, not Nick Hinkley, I'm sorry.
Curtis Miller.
Curtis Miller has two, yep, which you got to watch. You can't pick up the quick one in the beginning of the second half. You got to make sure that he's aggressive, but not over-aggressive, because he's a kid who can get in trouble on the foul side of things. And they need him. The Mustangs need him in their front court doing some big things.
And Foster and Jardine for SMCC also have two. You look at the stats, rebounds, 23-22 in favor of CM. Turnovers, SMCC has 11-6. They've got to cut down on that a little bit. That's 5 possessions they gave away. But really not a whole lot separating these teams. Both can knock down outside shots. Both can get the job done in the half court. Now it's going to be a question of who wants it more.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Who wants to play their game first? Is it going to be the Mustangs? Is it going to be the Seawolves? You know, both have come up with a good plan at halftime. They're going to execute it here at the beginning and here in the second half. See who's going to do it better.
And just a great environment here.
Oh,
let's
awesome.
talk about this student section out in force. A lot of people came down from Auburn to support the Mustangs as well. Good crowd here tonight. And of course, these rivals are going to meet again February 8th, I believe, up in Auburn at CMCC. And both teams are certainly going to be a lot more polished and complete at that point. We're getting ready for second half action here. 7-point lead for the Mustangs. They've never trailed.
No doubt about that. 46-39 lead for the Mustangs. Taking us the rest of the way. The voice of today's broadcast, play-by-play voice, Mr. Michael Hoffer.
Thank you, Jeff Schools. Doing a great job on color as always.
I failed to do that in the first game. I don't know why. I feel awful. I like that halftime introduction.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Coach is having a little chat here as we get ready to start the second half. I think Coach Richards is saying, take it easier on us this half, would you already?
Now, Coach Gagne hasn't taken off the jacket yet.
No, you got to feel like it's imminent, though.
Yeah.
Here we go, Foster. First possession for the Seawolves. They have a chance to draw within 5. Santana looking for a shot, doesn't get one. Now Mackey thought about a 3 and said he's going to drive to the basket, and he finishes.
See, I think now what the Seawolves attack is right now, they expect Mackey to take that 3. He takes the dribble, takes it off to the left. Right down the lane, up and in. Beautiful play right there by Josh Mackey.
16 points for Mackey, leading all scorers. Now CM trying to answer. Hinkley, he gets a good look at a jump shot, knocks it down, and we pick right up where we left off.
Hinkley with a great job of not forcing the shot, moving to his left to find that open space, and then pulling up and bearing up.
9 points for Hinkley here. And now Jardine lines up a 3, and it's no good, offline. He had a good look there. He just couldn't get it to drop. It stays a 7-point game, and the Mustangs have possession.
Well, Hinkley for the Mustangs was right in his face. Jardine didn't get quite as good look as he thought he was going to get when he pulled up for it.
Here comes Sampson to run the offense. Green, so effective. He's really been the spark plug for this team. And now Green on the drive, loses control of the dribble, gives it out for Oriemi. A shot not going to go. And the rebound knocked way up in the air, out of bounds. It's going to be Seawolves' ball. Curtis Miller looking around saying, where's the foul call?
Yeah, it looked like Curtis Miller went up strong against Anderson Santana. And Miller got the worst of that, knocked it out of bounds, and went down in a heap on the floor.
We've got a student dressed as a referee with a cane. Very interesting.
And the glasses. The glasses are the final piece to that puzzle.
Nice feed down, a little leverage, but he couldn't finish. Foster found him, and coming back the other way, Alonzo James. James with a feed to Oriemi, no good, but he'll go to the line. Again, you just see the Mustangs pushing.
Great job there by Alonzo James, who was coming down on the left wing, able to see his runner right there on the right-hand side, cut down towards the middle of the lane, and made the pass. Oriemi went up and got fouled on the way up. I really like the way they see the floor. This Mustang team, really, every one of them see the floor very well.
Oriemi at the line for 2, trying to build on this 7-point lead. And the very vocal student section didn't affect that one at all. First free throw's good, he'll get one more.
Now wait a minute, how can a blind referee text? I don't think he's actually blind.
It's in Braille, I think. And the second free throw, no good, and the rebound comes down to Foster. 8-point lead for the Mustangs, 49-41, 18.5 to go here in the game. Mackey gets free for a three on the wing, and it's good!
Didn't you feel that one coming a mile away? Josh Mackey, at top of the key, found Mackey all by his lonesome down the right-hand corner, and Mackey just buried it.
This is the closest the Seawolves have been in a long time, 49-44. Hinckley on the drive, no good, and the Seawolves have a chance to make this a one-possession game. Here comes Jardine. Jardine with a feed to Santana, the ball stolen instead by Miller. Tough break there.
He had the good idea. Sampson was cutting down the baseline.
And at the other end, Green with a great feed to Oriemi for the layup.
Green was cutting to his left and looked like he was going to keep going, and all of a sudden, just a quick left-handed pass to Oriemi. Beautiful play right there by Michael Green.
Well, Sampson with 9 points. The lead back up to 7, 17:40 to go. Mackey to Jardine. Jardine way over on the wing to Santana. Right now, Hinckley totally blanketing Mackey, and we have a bad pass. It's going to be an over and back, a turnover by the Seawolves.
Yeah, they were just rushing a little. That perimeter defense of the Mustangs, again, doing the job on the Seawolves.
So 51-44 our score. CMCC, they've never trailed. We've got 17.5 to go at a replay of that last basket there.
Beautiful pass again by Michael Green. He's such a key piece to what the Mustangs do offensively.
And Green this time blows past the defender, goes up, can't finish. Rebound goes out of bounds, a missed opportunity by the Mustangs.
Yeah, huge. Michael Green made a cut, which he's wanted to do. He doesn't care that he's got guys 5 and 6 inches taller than him. He'll cut towards the middle, rolled off the front of the rim, and just one of the big trees wasn't able to pick it up and put it back up in for the Mustangs.
Jardine now on the dribble. Seawolves again trying to get closer. Here's Mackey. He's going to throw up another three. This one under pressure, not going to go. And the rebound, somehow Leverage comes down with it. Back out to Mackey. This time he doesn't shoot. He stepped on the baseline. Tough turnover there by the Seawolves.
Coach Richards not very happy with that one right there. Couldn't quite get the ball to where he wanted it to be. Mackey stepped on line with a turnover.
We go under 17 minutes to play, a 7-point lead for the Mustangs.
I love coaches when they get angry. It's pretty fun to watch.
Nice feed from James to Hinckley. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They're going to call a block on that one on Foster. Hinckley a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, he came down pretty hard on his leg and his elbow.
Yeah, here we got the replay coming up. You see Hinckley going in, and yeah, Foster got there a little bit late. It's going to be the third foul on Foster, so that's going to be big. Hinckley will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Foster gave the Seawolves a spark right at the end of that first half, should say. They would put in a couple big buckets. Nick Hinckley at the line, though, he's one of those, you said, spark plugs for the Mustangs.
He's got 9 points, looking for double figures. First one no good, he'll get one more.
He's always quiet in the points. It's like all of a sudden you look up and he's got 10 or 12 points. It's like, how did he do that? That's just the kind of scrappy player. He does the dirty work for him.
Second free throw, also no good, in and out. And here comes Santana pushing the other way. Seawolves down by 7. Foster now with a step back shot. Rainbow won't go. Rebound to Santana. The putback won't count, but there is a foul.
Yeah, I think that's going to be number 3 on Curtis Miller.
So a couple of players now starting to get in foul trouble. That's 3 on Miller, 3 on Foster for SMCC. Foster from Chevrolet. I'm still in my high school.
No, the colors are real close, Michael. I'm going to give that one to you. These are the colors that the Chevrolet Stags should be wearing.
Yeah, because we can see the numbers.
Not those white on white kind of, no.
And there's Mackey getting open for a 3, and it's good!
Nick Hinckley is a better defender than that for the Mustangs. He's been dropping off Josh Mackey last 3 or 4 times down. You cannot give Josh Mackey that kind of space. He's going to kill you.
11-7 was the last time the game was this close. It's now 51-4. I make it 53-47 as Green hits a little runner.
And guess who answers? Michael Green does such a great
Every
job
time.
And says, you know what, you scored a couple big buckets. I'm going to come back and get my team right back in it.
14 points for Green. The lead back up to 6. Down low to Leverage. Goes up, lays it up and in.
Well, you heard Dave Gagne say they were going to try to work on Leverage. Leverage is doing a pretty good job working on them here in the second half.
And we've got a turnover at the other end. The Seawolves are down by 4. They can get even closer now with 15:54 to go. Coach Gagne is going to take a timeout. And so far, so good for the Seawolves in the second half. Here's a replay of that last 3. And Mackey doesn't take him much room. Boom. And at the other end, a nice feed to Loveridge, goes up, lays it up and in, and it's a 53-49 game.
I mean, Loveridge has got such size, that shoulder and wingspan that he's got. He's a big boy, and you can't really push him around that block